Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Esther Massey. Welcome back to another session of Lesson 4 of Civics, Working of Institutions. Today we will study about the political executive. At different levels of government, we find functionaries who take day-to-day decisions but do not exercise supreme power on behalf of the people. All those functionaries are collectively known as the executive. They are called executive because they are in charge of execution of the policies of the government. So, when we talk about the government, we usually mean the executive. Now we will study about the political and permanent executive. In a democratic country, two categories make up the executive. One that is elected by the people for a specific period is called the political executive. Political leaders who take the big decisions fall in this category. In the second category, people are appointed on a long-term basis. This is called the permanent executive or civil services. Persons working in civil services are called civil servants. They remain in office even when the ruling party changes. These officers work under political executive and assist them in carrying out the day-to-day administration. If you remember, you can recall the role of political and non-political executive in the case of office memorandum that we have studied earlier. After knowing all this, we might ask a question. That is, why does the political executive have more power than the non-political executive? Or why is the ministry more powerful than the civil servant? The civil servant is usually more educated and has more expert knowledge of the subject. The advisors working in the finance ministry know more about economic than the finance minister. Sometimes the minister may know very little about the technical matters that comes under their ministry. This could easily happen in ministries like defense, industry, health, science, technology, mining, and there are many others. Why should the ministry have the final say on these matters? Now let's look at the reason. The reason is very simple. In a democracy, the will of the people is supreme. The ministry is elected by the people and thus empowered to exercise the will of the people on their behalf. She is finally answerable to the people for all the consequences of her decision. That is why the ministry takes all the final decisions. The minister decides the overall framework and objectives in which decision on policies should be made. The minister is not expected to be an expert in the matter of her ministry. The ministry takes the advice of experts on all technical matters, but very often experts hold different opinions or place before her more than one option. So depending on what the overall objective is, the ministry decides. Actually, this happens in any large organization. Those who understand the overall picture take the most important decisions, not the expert. The experts can tell the route, but someone with a large view decides the destination. In a democracy, elected ministers perform this role. Students, I hope you all have understood this much. We will continue this lesson in my next video. Thanks for watching.